This video reviews troubleshooting techniques for components of the Progress DataDirect hybrid data pipeline. We'll cover programs, scripts, logs, and tips. The data pipeline server software includes an uninstaller and several scripts. The uninstaller cleanly removes the data pipeline server software. The getlog script compresses the data pipeline server logs into a tar file that you can easily submit to Progress technical support. The set logging level script lets you change the degree of logging through a parameter. Info is the least logging. The levels increase through config, fine, and finer to finest, which is the most logging. This example sets the logging level as fine. Ordinarily, you only need to use the stop and start scripts for server maintenance or at the direction of technical support. The stop script may take up to a minute to complete, so be sure to wait for the shutdown complete message to appear. This table shows the location of the logs for the data pipeline components. If you contact technical support for help, we may ask you to submit logs as well as the steps you took so we can reproduce and investigate the issue. These tips will help you troubleshoot the data pipeline server software. The system administrator should configure the server to start the data pipeline automatically after a server reboot. If there's no activity for half an hour, sessions time out. Log in again to resume your work. If the data pipeline installer cannot verify the host name, the problem is likely caused by an incorrect host or domain name, incorrect firewall settings, or port availability or restrictions. Determine the correct setting to resolve the problem. If you override the host name during the initial installation of the data pipeline, auto detection may not work afterwards, so you may need to enter the host name manually. If you have installed the Open Access server software, Progress recommends that you use a monitoring script to periodically check that Eloqua is running. If Eloqua is not running, the script restarts it. You can run a monitoring script as a service or as a background process. The difference is how they behave after a server reboot. Progress recommends that you create and use a monitoring script as a service because the service automatically starts Eloqua and begins monitoring after a reboot. If you prefer, you can use the service monitor script as a background process, but you must manually start the background process after a reboot. Details are found in the online documentation. These tips will help you troubleshoot the on-premises connector. If you are having a connection problem, check to see whether ports 40501 and 11280 are open. If that does not resolve the problem, navigate to the Configuration tool, open the Status tab, and click Test. A green check next to a service indicates that the connector is communicating correctly with that service, while a red X indicates a problem. Click Details for more information about any issues. Here's how to troubleshoot each service. For the cloud service and on-premise access service, verify that the proxy connection information is correct on the Proxy tab. For the notification service, confirm that you are using your data pipeline login credentials. If necessary, change the user ID and password on the General tab. For the connector service and cloud access service, stop then start the connector services using the Stop Services and Start Services commands. They are in the same folder as the Configuration tool. Return to the Configuration tool and rerun the test. This video has described how to perform basic troubleshooting for the data pipeline. To learn more about the data pipeline, view the additional videos on the Hybrid Data Pipeline playlist on our YouTube User Assistance channel. On the Progress website, we offer online documentation, videos, README files, release notes, product information, and evaluation software. There is also a community forum where you can ask questions and get expert answers. Links to all of these resources are available in the information panel. Please take a moment to leave a comment or share this video. Thanks for watching.